Welcome back, my beefy beef nuggets. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and we are going to go for the world record on Snowy Backyard. We're going to speed run this thing as fast as possible. Of course, I got to let you guys know what speed running is, how it's going to work, how you can, submit in your own runs of speed running B35. And, I'm going to tell you guys another story, actually. I kind of liked telling you guys the story last time. It's actually another snow story, very similar to my first story. But I just wanted to... I was kind of in the snowy mood, and of course, when I saw the map, I'm like, I got to do it again, guys. Absolutely have to do it again. So anyways, of course, I'm speedrunning BTD5. A lot of people say, well, how the heck do you speedrun BTD5, man? Well, you gotta pop the balloons as fast as freaking possible. And what you can do is, if you run it as fast... And also, I want to give you guys a couple tips real quick. So, what you gotta do is you gotta beat the rounds as fast as possible so you can start the next round as fast as possible so you can just keep on going and get better and better, faster and faster. Now on Impoppable, it might seem like it's really easy just to pop in a couple super monkeys or something like that and pop all the balloons really, really quickly. But sadly, you need some banana farm action and stuff like that. So I like to get 4-2 banana farms pretty much as fast as possible, usually before round 46, believe it or not. And that gives me enough money to kind of get some heli pellets, some specters going, and some super monkey spamming, and eventually lead ourselves into some subs. If you guys end up getting another cooler, more fantastic strategy than what I have, I'd love to frickin' see it, man. Make sure if you're beating my records, pop them up on speedrun.com. Again, not getting sponsored by them. I think this is really cool. I think it's really interesting. I'd like to see some more engagement from you guys. I want to see you guys get some other random records just to have your name on there. I think it's cool to do. If you are curious about anything on how to do this, by the way, you can come into the Discord chat room and come hang out with us and ask some questions to everybody so we can hook you up. Or you could just go watch my first video and I try and explain it in a really reasonable way. So today I'm going to give you guys a couple quick tips, alright? I noticed that some people were saying that this is not possible. Chris, you're still, you're hacking or something like that. Like, I can't even get close to your freaking times. How are you getting this so gosh darn fast? Well, it actually requires quite a bit of skill, okay? Like I was saying, you're not just going to walk in here and start beating everybody's records. These people are skilled. They've been playing a lot lately. So, you're going to have to work on it just a little bit. But there are a couple tips and tricks that are really going to help you out. And I think number one, the main thing is that you need to turn off the automatic rounds, okay? This is goofy, alright? It doesn't seem like it makes much sense. You're like, wait, you're supposed to manually start every single round? Yeah, you do. And there's a reason why. It's because after you kill all the balloons for that round, it's not an instantaneous starts the next round. It waits a second to confirm that you completed and killed all the balloons, and then it starts the next round. So when you leave those automatic rounds on, you're wasting about a second per round. And after 85 rounds, I mean that can be almost a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of downtime right there. So you're never going to be competing for these really high world record speed runs here if you're not using the automatic round center. I know that can be annoying for some people. I know I wanted it to be just you click the go button, you just put the towers in the right spots, and it does a good job, but sadly it just doesn't work that way. Another tip is definitely do the banana farms. Even on easy, even on medium and hard, you want to use those banana farms. They're going to help you out a bunch, guys, for sure. Make sure you're using those banana farms. They are going to give you lots of money, which is going to allow you to buy really high-tier, high-class towers, which are going to be able to pop a lot of the balloons really, really easily. My third tip for you guys is to... Oh crap, what was I gonna say? Oh god, I just had the tip and now I lost it, man. So we got the heck? Oh, this is more of an advanced tactic, okay? What you can do is you can, in the early game, for example, rounds 1 through 10, maybe 1 through 15, maybe even if you're a little bit crazier, 1 through 25 or 26, if you use an engineer to start off your game, and get him up to 1-0 with the specialty building, he can pop all the balloons basically all the way up until round 19 or 20 by himself. And if you look at the pop count, it has the same pop count. Even if the sentry guns pop the balloons, by the way, the engineer will have the pop count on his tower. So you can look at the pop count and you can know when the round is going to end. For example, round 1 is going to be 20 balloons. Round 2 is going to be a total of 50. Round 3 is going to be 80, and I believe round 4 is 140. So if you're clicking the round, like, just write it down, though. That's all you got to do. Just write it down, and then you can look over on your notepad or whatever, and do it a little bit faster. So this is kind of an advanced tactic. If you're not just trying to like limit by a couple seconds or something like that, but you're really trying to limit it by beat your other record by like a split second, maybe a split second faster, just beating those first 10, 15 rounds, just a tiny bit faster, can really add up to a big bonus by the end of the game, guys. It can be delicious. So, those are like my 3 main tips. Again, there's no like special, like ridiculous technique to this thing. Obviously a lot of it is just repetition. If you play it a bunch, you're probably going to end up winning quite a bit. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys a really quick story in the downtime here. You can tell I'm doing my normal strat. I'm doing a Monkey Ace Helipilot strat. I love doing that combo right there. They do a delicious, delicious job of popping all the balloons and popping most of the mob layers. I still feel like I could probably tweak this to do something just a little bit better, but for now it's pretty good. So story time. I was telling you guys a story last time about how I was driving in my car in the snow. Well, I've got another story for you guys about me driving in the snow. This one's a little bit different, though. This is where I'm more of a safe person now. I learned my lesson. Don't drive 30, 40 miles per hour plus in a completely freshly blanketed snowy area. But there was a... Oh, I guess I took a screenshot or something? What did I do? I don't know. I pressed a button on accident. I don't know what that was. But anyways, I was driving home from, I believe, one of my friend's houses. I don't remember exactly where I was driving home from, but that's just what makes sense based on where I was and where I was going at this time of day. It was about, actually no. I was driving home, I had McDonald's in my car. This is what it was. I had McDonald's in my car. I remember now, because, of course, you remember those really crazy, drastic circumstances. You remember that delicious, delicious McDonald's smell. I was coming home from work. It was reasonably late at night. I don't know, it was probably like 4 o'clock or something like that, 4:30. It was still sort of light out, though, which was kind of nice. And I was coming home from work. I got my McDonald's, and I was driving back home. And right by my house, there's this fairly large hill, maybe about a mile away from my house. It's a fairly large hill. I don't know exactly how steep it is. I would say, if I had to guess, probably like a 30-degree angle or something like that. Like, it's pretty drastic. But I've never had any issues with this thing. It's just like, it's a hill. I deal with it, whatever. But it's not a pretty busy, it's on like a fairly busy street. But the cross section that I turn on from is like a really busy street. It's a, obviously it's a 2-lane, both ways street. It's a 4-lane total street. And, it's, I don't know. Just whatever. So I was making a left off of the big street, and I was turning onto the slightly smaller street, and I start going up this hill. I'm just like, oh, la 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 la, eat my McDonald's french fries, nom 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 nom. I don't think I was all that distracted, but, a little bit maybe. Delicious McDonald's. I should get sponsored by McDonald's, by the way, totally. Love it. I'd love to get some double cheeseburgers for free. Oh my god, yes. But, anyways, I was driving up this hill, and all of a sudden my car just, like, the wheels were turning, but I wasn't going anywhere. I was like, well, what the heck's going on? Like, I started slipping. I was like, oh no, oh no. So what am I doing? I'm like, okay, well, I'll just keep hitting the gas. I hit the gas a little harder. Nope, I just keep spinning even faster now. I'm not getting any traction, which, of course, that's the bad thing to do. You want to stop hitting the gas so you can eventually, have the tires start catching and get some traction going. Well, anyways, I start sliding. I go up the hill just a little bit, and then I turn sideways, and I start sliding down the hill sideways. Now, luckily, there was nobody behind me yet, but, like I was saying earlier, this is a really busy intersection that this hill is off of. So I start sliding down directly back into the intersection with my car facing oncoming traffic, and I'm like, oh my god, what the heck am I gonna do? And, like, I can't do anything. I'm hitting the brakes, I'm hitting the gas, I'm like, oh my god, I can't do anything. I just keep on sliding. Well, that's not exactly true. I'm not hitting the gas and the brakes at the same time. I was hitting the gas, then all of a sudden I'm just like, well, I can't do that, let's hit the brakes. And then, nope, slidacious, bodacious. Start sliding down this hill directly into oncoming traffic, and then that's when my life flashes right before my eyes, because a giant frickin' salt truck giant snowplow is coming straight towards me. Now, luckily, I don't know how this happened, but luckily, my car ended up stopping right before I ended up going into oncoming traffic, and I swear this truck was so gosh darn close to hitting me head on. Luckily, it did not, and guess what I did, guys? I had to do a little bit of a U-turn, and I had to go the long way around to my house, because I didn't want to go back up that hill. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy situation there. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I was able to survive that situation, because it was dangerous, man. So anyways, today we do something a little bit different, by the way. I'm actually going to go for a couple subs over here. So we're going to get 6 first strike ability subs, and what I want to do is I want to insta-kill these Oh My Gods. You notice this Oh My God are things that takes some of the longest time for me to destroy, and bam, shazam, man, we insta-kill those Oh My Gods and get under 1030 for this map. Obviously, if you guys enjoyed, press that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.